This is fascinating. I mean, I'm just fascinated by the whole concept. So, anyway, setting up your meeting on YouTube, and so content is being sent to a third party. Got it. Oh, Linda, you would be so proud. I am so excited. And so I've learned how now to obviously stream it onto YouTube. The next thing I'm going to learn how to do is go on Facebook Live. It's a whole other thing for me. I'm learning, even at my age, I can learn new things, and hopefully you're all learning new things as well. And again, I'm taping this because I intend to make it available, if only briefly. So thank you again, everybody, for being there. And let me see, is there anything else I need to be doing? Nope, we're going to keep doing the live stream. Let's see how that looks. And that looks really good. Okay, excellent. And questions, any questions anybody has for me, please feel free. And again, a couple of things I did want to show you, which I think are going to be pretty helpful, but let's just do a share screen really quick. First of all, the CAR meetings are coming, and those will be in Sacramento. And so people ask me all the time, why would I bother to go to this kind of stuff? And the answer is because you learn so many things. And I have said since the beginning of time, I have said that everything I know about real estate, I learned by my association with the association. Okay. And so I'm going to single that out, being the California Association of Realtors, the National Association of Realtors. A local association would give you the benefit of more of the local approach to things. And I do agree with that as well, obviously. So, but this is the tentative program. It's kind of cool. It's going to be held at the Hyatt Regency. The day that they're pushing for legislative day, which is really important, we actually go out and meet all the legislators and do all that kind of stuff, is going to be on Wednesday. So there are a whole bunch of sessions that are Zoom sessions that all y'all can come into. Assuming if some of them are going to be limited, obviously business, Defense Strategy Advisory Committee is going to require that you get an invitation for that. I was on that committee before, and that's a fascinating committee. Some of the biggest brokers in town, like 110 brokers, clearly more than 10 agents. But Fair Housing and Diversity, Global Real Estate Forum, Housing Affordability, the Fund Committee, Member Legal Services Open Forum. I go to every one of those every time I get an opportunity. You really should go to that. The CAR attorneys explaining the new things that are going on and the different impacts that it's having on us on law. Property Management Legal Forum. If you do property management, that's a great place to be. And again, I don't mean to make any of these appear less than how important they really are. But like, for example, Standard Forms Advisory Committee Forum on Forms, I go to that every time I get a chance. And here you are, you don't have to go to Sacramento to see this. But there are some things, and again, so log in. If you need the link and all that kind of stuff, send me an email, and I'm more than happy to send it to you. So in the meantime, here's what Sunday is going to look like. And again, 2 closed meetings. Monday, I'm going to be there in time for which one am I going to? Let's see. I'm going to be there obviously for Sergeant at Arms, which is going to be, there it is, at 3 o'clock. I've already highlighted the things that I'm going to go to. And then Member Director Forum, which is currently going to be live. I'm surprised they didn't put that into the forum section, the video section, but it's going to have a lot of people in it. Usually, thousands of people in the room, and you get a big update on all the things that are going on. And of course, I'm sure I'm going to somehow be involved in that. I'm there because I'm a sergeant at arms, but I got up and made a spectacle of myself in the last board of directors meeting back in February, and when I got up and I just stomped my hand down about the buyer representation agreement. And so the CAR board of directors passed 613 to 90 a yes vote to sponsor legislation, and this is before the NAR settlement was announced. Anyway, I'd like to think that I probably swayed a couple of the votes, but boy, I'll tell you what, that was an important issue. And then, of course, a couple of weeks later, NAR announces their settlement on the lawsuit. Some great stuff on that. I'm going to show you some of that here in a second. And then here's Tuesday. I'm on professional standards, and I'm actually on a work group right now for redesigning the professional standards across the state of California. What those hearings look like, what the educational process looks like, things like that. And then what else have I got going on? Let me see. I think I can move pretty quickly through this now. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Try it that way. Again, I've highlighted all the ones I'm going to. So there's a block party. I usually go to that because I'm, again, crowd control kind of thing. Then Wednesday morning, this is the big day for most everybody. They have buses. I mean, buses of people that come in from all over the state of California. Got people from Hawaii, people from Nevada, people coming in to get the legislative day briefing. It's a couple of hours, probably the best 2 hours you ever spent. And then after that, off we go from 12 until 4, meeting with our legislative bodies in their chambers. So we frequently have, people coming in and talking. I don't know if the governor will come in and talk at that meeting, but that's kind of what has happened in the past. And then there's a Capitol reception. Again, a ticketed event. I'm pretty sure that is sold out. Then Thursday morning, I'm on the expert witness forum at 6:30. That is now a free meeting for people to come into. Our group has asked that it stay live. It won't be streamed, so you actually physically have to be there. We have guest speakers. Some of these have been amazing speakers. Neil Kalin alone was worth the price of admission back when we were charging. Realtor risk management, consumer protection. I've been on that committee since I started in real estate. But right now I've got, what is my conflict? I guess I don't have a conflict. Yeah, I have to have. Oh, I don't have a conflict. Oh, very good. Okay, so essentially I'm going to go ahead and highlight that because I can now go to that meeting, because normally my legal affairs forum that I am the chair of conflicts with it, but now it does not conflict with it. So I can actually literally go to that meeting. But that's a big one. I would recommend that one's always full. Get in there early, and then we'll have the board of directors meeting. And then we're out of there. Literally, it's a real quick little meeting this time. And part of the reason behind that is that we're, and this doesn't apply anymore, the legal affairs has been moved to the 23rd or 26th. So be aware of that. But we're out of there because the NAR meetings start the next day where is it? In Washington, D.C. Now I'll be there at that meeting as well. So, here we go, jetting across the country, which is kind of my life. And hopefully you get something out of that as well. So that being said, let's go to the other thing I wanted to show you. And that is, I know what I want to show you. I wanted to show you the actual, see if I can, I gotta get to that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up, okay, here we are in the spring meetings. I wanted to show you the forms. So CAR is coming out with new forms, and I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. So we have a March release, here it is. So here are the forms that are going to be released in March. Let me make sure you can see that. Yes, you can see that. So here are the new forms. They are actually, it's only going to be 4. So I'm not sure. I think the BCA, we've pulled that one. That one was the buyer compensation advisory, but the other 4 will be released, and those are mostly landlord tenant related. And then in June, here are the list of new forms coming out in June. And again, I'll send all this to you. Just send me an email. Here they all are, including, by the way, the buyer representation agreement, which I personally think they're going to make some more adjustments to, because that one, because obviously this was what I snagged from the website just prior to the NAR announcement. And so I think this is going to change a little bit, but you can see that we're going to the grid pattern on this. We're also going to go to the grid pattern on the listing agreement. So if you want a copy of this, send me an email. I'm more than happy to send you a copy of this. Again, this is the red line version. Do not use this version when you are practicing your business. It is not until it is the official final version is released in late June. Okay, everybody good with that? Just want to make sure we're clear. Let me take a look and see how my friends are doing up in YouTube. Let me see here. We're gonna go to YouTube. Oh, there you go. You're seeing it live. So, okay. So that being said, let me scroll back over to my share. because I did want to show you something else. While I'm doing that, anybody have any questions? So I'm going to pull up my ZipForms account and I'm going to pull in my templates really quick. And again, I've always said you really need to be using templates to create your business. We're going to start doing some videos on these, and I have to, pay for Linda's shoes and stuff. So we may end up charging like $5 a thing just so that we know you're there. And I'm definitely doing one on the buyer representation agreement. We will break it down paragraph by paragraph. We will be doing them live, answering questions live. And then so if you didn't make it for the live version, you will have the opportunity to go to the recorded version, but those are the versions we're going to be charging for. So that being said, in your buyer offer template, I'm just assuming that you all have one. This is what our buyer offer template looks like. And you can see down here, our BRBC is the current version of it. And then pulling that up, and yes, you should use the new worksheet because they are turning off the old one. So you can see it's a little bit different than the one I showed you that was the red line version. So we're going to break this form down paragraph by paragraph. I want you to understand how it works. So one part that strikes fear in the hearts of men and women and whatever in California, paragraph number 4, which is I'd like to get paid for what I do. And so whatever that is for you, whatever the number is, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and change some of these things because I put in some things as examples of what you could do, but I'm going to edit that for purposes of the webinar so that nobody thinks that that's what you should be doing. So I'll just I'll go over the pluses and minuses of each of these. But paragraph number 4 is amazing. And once you get that part down, I think we need to make that separation between the conversation that says that this is all about the money and the conversation that says that it's really all about creating a contractual relationship between yourself and your buyer. And with the new decision, which is it's pretty much going to take effect in July. So you've got plenty of time now to learn these things and get away from the snake oil salesman and all the, oh my God, the sky is falling, and all these crazy things that we're seeing out there on the internet. Let's get away from that and let's kind of bring this thing back to reality. Okay. I want everybody to understand this is not a crisis. This is a wonderful thing. All right. Everybody good with that? I'm going to go back there and then I'm going to go back up to my new share. And what else do I need to talk to you about? I think that's most everything. We're coming in on 15 minutes. Again, I would encourage you to, come into these videos, these meetings, we call them. They're not really webinars, but meetings, essentially a town hall. You get an opportunity to ask questions. Tell me what you're seeing out there that's a concern for you, and let me know how I can help. So again, my email address, kevin@sandiegorealtor.com. I want to help you. I want you to do well. As I always say, listen, if you look good, you make me look good. I really do want you to look good. Okay. So that's kind of the whole thing. All right. So other than that, I think we're in good shape. Anybody else have any questions? As we round out to the end of our first 15 minutes here today. Again, the one that was on Wednesday night went an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. So, but I definitely wanted you to see all of what we had to offer here. And so again, there's my screen share. There you are on YouTube. You can see yourself. Again, thank everybody for being here. Very much appreciate the value of your time. And if there's anything I can do for you, Kevin@BurkeRealEstateConsultants.com. If you are not getting the newsletter, send me an email. It's opt-in only. Send me an email that says, please attach me to the newsletter, and then I will make sure that you have that and can come to these. The links to get you in are good for the next 8 sessions. So again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate the value of your time. Take care for now.